quietly supports your favorite team or favorite player, or are you a little more boisterous, one who lives and dies with how your favorite team or player is doing, and everyone around you knows it? Regardless, fans have a right to express their opinions. Sometimes, at least that's the case for one very opinionated fan. Don Regoli, a graphic designer from Tucson, Arizona, used his vocational skills to voice his opinion about Giant slugger Barry Bonds by making banners and displaying them when Bonds and the Giants play the Diamondbacks. Problem is, security at Chase Field didn't like it. Don Regoli joins us now live from Tucson. Don, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us, first of all, what happened when you brought your anti-Bonds banners to the D-backs game?
Thank you for having me, Sage. I made 9 banners in February before the season even started. I knew that Barry had re-signed with the Giants, and I wanted to make a statement, and therefore I went online and I purchased a prime seat in left field right behind his position, and I knew that the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, the visiting dugout is across the first baseline. He would make his journey every inning to his position and see my banner, so I made a banner for every inning. I spent a lot of time and I refined the messages, and I had no intent other than just to speak to Bonds about my displeasure for his continued pursuit for the home run record. When I got to the gate, security asked to see my banners, and I brought banners into games in prior years and no one ever asked to see them, but I was proud to show them, so I gladly pulled them out, showed them to security, and as they sifted through them, I was discovering that they were considering not letting them in. They called over a manager on staff there, they looked at them, and they wouldn't let them in, and I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. I went online, I researched their banner policy, and I conformed to their regulations, and that being, must be baseball related, not commercial in content, and must be in good taste. I had no profanity, I had no obscene or racial sensitivity type gestures.
Don, what did the sign say? What did the sign say, Don?
I've got them here with me. They may not be able to fit on screen, but basically they said they wouldn't let things in that they said Bonds needs 756 days in jail. The impact is more visual. I'm a visual communicator. One banner read, "Thou shalt not covet impure gains." So as you can see, I can stand from the pulpit of my church and recite these banners and they would be acceptable. So I put the banners back into my car, I went back into the stadium, and I went immediately to guest relations office, and I spoke to 3 different people there, varying in management capacity, and while they applauded my messages, and I think deep down agreed with my messages, they were going to back the guy at the gate, and they stated some kind of new policy had been handed down where they could no longer permit anything about Barry Bonds into the stadium. I went to the game. I sat there just deflated, obviously, because I spent so much time and energy with these banners. I know it's kind of self-serving for me, but this was going to be my joy for that game, to at least get my message to Barry. I then furiously, I lost my motivation. I didn't even finish the game. I left probably in the 7th inning, but I decided to conduct a test, and I went to a Mets-Diamondbacks game the following Friday, 1 week later. And I actually sent a letter then to the Diamondbacks office, to 6 front executive officers, and I stated my displeasure with what happened. I sent that on May 2nd, and the game I attended was April 27th. But I went to the Mets-Diamondbacks game with 2 more banners to test this, and the first banner read, and now consider Barry Bonds is playing in AT&T Park, which is, what, 750 miles away, and my banner read, "Barry Bonds is cheating somewhere else tonight."
Mm-hmm. Hey, Don, let me cut you off real quick, Don.
Sure.
Can you tell me again, what was the explanation they gave you when they took away your 9 signs? Specifically, they said it was a policy?
They said it was in poor taste at the gate. However, in the letter that they sent me, and I quote, "As Mr. Bonds approaches the home run record, we have been asked by Major League Baseball to carefully screen the signs that are brought into the ballpark by our fans." So, I can't beat that.
Okay, I'm sure you know this by now.